Attention, ladies and gentlemen, attention. This is an announcement from the General's Department. Will all students taking the three-part history course please return to their dwellings immediately? The professor will be lecturing in approximately 30 minutes. I will repeat that. This is a special announcement from the General's Department. Repeat, from the General. Will all students taking the three-part history course return to their dwellings immediately?
Waiter. Sir? Another coffee, please.
Sorry, sir, we are closing. You did hear the announcement, sir? About the professor?
I'm not one of his students.
One coffee, sir. 2 credit units, if you please. You're never too old to learn, sir.
Who told you that? The professor?
No, sir. The General.
The General.
Best of luck with your exams, sir.
Thank you.
This is a special announcement from the General's Department. Repeat, from the General. Will all students taking the three-part history course return to their dwellings immediately? The professor will be giving his lecture in 30 minutes.
You don't believe it? A university-level degree in 3 minutes.
It's improbable.
But not impossible.
Nothing's impossible in this place.
You should enroll, number 6. You'll find the professor most interesting.
Really?
With an extraordinary range of knowledge.
The only subject that I'm interested in is getting away from this place.
Exactly.
Who are you?
A cog in the machine.
And the General? Who are they after?
The professor, I think.
Why?
You know professors. Absent-minded. Best of luck with your exams.
All units, orange alert. Orange alert. All units, all posts, orange alert. Orange alert. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow villagers, students, this is the professor speaking. I have an urgent message for you.
Are you a student?
Who isn't? Are you prefects?
What are you doing here?
Playing truant?
Come on, we'll give you a lift.
Where to?
Home. 100% entry, 100% pass. You know what the General said.
Who's the General?
Come on, you don't want to start the term with a black mark.
All right, let's go.
Get in, mister.
Do you think he'll make it?
Who's that?
The professor. He's due to lecture in a few minutes.
He'll make it. Great man, the professor. Treats lectures as though his life depended on it.
All right, let's go. He's seeing you.
A significance far beyond the confines of this community. To quote our friend the professor, SpeedLearn is nothing less than a revolution in educational technique. The latest figure shows a 72.4% enrollment in the 3 years and 3-minute history course. Many thanks and congratulations. And I think we can promise the General that we will improve even on that figure. And now, someone who needs no introduction.
Hello. Nice to be seeing you all again. My husband, the professor, has asked me personally to convey his apologies for detaining you for a few moments. As you know, the huge success of this course has put an added strain upon him, and he's just now completing the notes for the second lecture and should be with us shortly. Meanwhile, poor substitute though I am for my husband, to bring you up to date on our future program, the extracurricular seminar for postgraduate and advanced students will be held next week.
Excuse me. Right, thank you. Thank you, Madam Professor. Your husband is now ready to complete the lecture. We now take you over to the professor in his study. Best of luck with the exams.
My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to say a brief word about SpeedLearn. It is quite simply the most important, most far-reaching, most beneficent development in mass education since the beginning of time. A marriage of science and mass communication, which results in the abolition of years of tedious and wasteful schooling. A 3-year course indelibly impressed upon the mind in 3 minutes. Impossible? That's what I said, until I was introduced to the general. And then I realized that not only was it possible, but that education was ready for a giant leap forward from the Dark Ages into the 20th and 21st centuries. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been a teacher for 30 years. SpeedLearn has made me as obsolete as the dodo.
And we're going to prove it. The subject of tonight's lecture is Europe since Napoleon, a hard, complicated 6-month study. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, watch the screen. We're going to cover it in 15 seconds flat. Will please address their queries to the General, SpeedLearn, Town Hall. I will repeat that. Please address your queries to the General, SpeedLearn.
Mopping up operations, number 6.
Many thanks, ladies and gentlemen, and congratulations.
You lost something?
Not me, the professor. Oh. I believe you took a stroll on the beach.
What beach?
Poor old professor, losing his recorder with all his notes in it. You didn't see it, of course.
What do you mean, something about, is that big, was it?
The professor is rather worried about it.
Why don't you get your men to look in the wardrobe?
Very amusing. Tell me, are you still as keen as ever to leave us?
Any more questions?
I was thinking that a compromise could be arranged in exchange for the recorder.
I wonder who has it.
Enjoy the lecture.
What lecture?
It's a great experiment, number 6. You can learn a lot.
History is not my subject.
Isn't it? When was the Treaty of Adrianople?
September 1829.
What happened in 1830?
Greek independence was assured and guaranteed.
By whom?
Russia, France, Britain.
Who is Bismarck's ally against Danish Prince Christian of Glucksburg?
Frederick of Augustenburg. He, like the German Bundestag, had never accepted the Treaty of London in 1852. Bismarck wanted war, but he wanted it waged by Prussia and Austria in alliance and not by the whole German Bund. He realized that a successful war against the Danes in 1864 would serve the same purpose as Cavour of Italy's entrance into the Crimean War, namely that it would indicate future leadership and would at the same time raise Prussia's prestige.
Very good. 10 out of 10. Don't underestimate yourself, number 6. And don't underestimate me.
Can I help you?
When was the Treaty of Adrianople?
September 1829.
What happened in 1830?
Greek independence was guaranteed.
By whom?
By Russia, France, and Britain.
Who was Frederick of Augustenburg?
Bismarck's ally against the Danes under Prince Christian of Glücksburg. Frederick, like the Bundestag, had never adopted the Treaty of London in 1852. He, like Bismarck, was not...
Curfew time, 15 minutes. Curfew time, 15 minutes.
Anything I can do for you?
You want to get out of this place, don't you? So. Here's your passport. Number 2 offered you a deal, didn't he? Don't you trust him?
I don't trust number 2. I don't trust you. And I don't trust your tame professor.
Who do you trust, number 6?
Trust me.
Join the club. Oh, what was the Treaty of Adrianople?
September 1829.
Wrong. I said what, not when. You need some special coaching.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow villagers, students, this is the professor speaking. I have an urgent message for you. You are being tricked. Speed learn is an abomination. It is slavery. If you wish to be free, there is only one way. Destroy the general. Learn this and learn it well. The general must be destroyed.